fine.
We're doing fantastic. We can see you in your Captain America T-shirt with no arms. What's going on there?
Here I am.
Or no sleeves.
Or no sleeves, I should say. Yeah, no arms, no sleeves. Yeah, Charles, we were joking earlier in the show that nobody comes to us and offers us to be a spokesperson for their weight loss pill that you take 20 minutes before you go to bed, or the weight loss program where you only have to work out 20 minutes every 6 months, because we know, being schooled and educated by you, that you need a little discipline, you need to eat right, and you need to exercise, and that's really the only way to lose weight.
Well, you really just summed up my entire philosophy. I always look at this as a three-legged stool, and you're exactly right. Healthy eating has to be an integral part of it. You also have to exercise consistently and strategically and make it a smart routine you can be totally adherent to regardless of the storms of life. But most importantly, I find what's been missing in most everything out there is the right mindset, how to disconnect emotion from food. So doing what you know you should do and what really you ought to be doing becomes what you must do, and what you find to be something that's almost automated. So my work focuses on helping a person learn how to really disconnect emotion from food so that doing the right things become things as unconscious as driving is, where you can just do it without much thought or effort required.
I am such a stress eater. The second something happens to me and I either excited or nervous or bad or good, I immediately reach for a donut, a bagel, some type of carbs. That's my downfall.
Well, I used to be the same way. I mean, you have to remember, I used to weigh 360 pounds. So when a person like you comes to my office and sits across from me and shares their story about how they find themselves compulsively doing the very thing that's causing the pain in their life, I was there, and I could have been the king of excuses. I had the entire list of stress, my family, negative people, too much responsibility. I had this huge list of all these reasons of why I was 360 pounds and why I wasn't eating right and why I wasn't exercising. But I found that there's a really big problem with my list. And the problem was I wasn't on it. I was the problem. And you have to remember that the problems you're describing are just a symptom of a much bigger issue. So when a person comes to me, we really work on redirecting your focus to reclaiming responsibility for your life, taking control of your choices. I just had a gentleman come in who started a year and 3 months ago at 402 pounds, and he hit 198 this week. Over 200 pounds he's lost. Not only has he lost all of that weight, his relationship with his wife is so much better. His energy is better. He's off of probably 4 or 5 different medications he was on for diabetes, for hypertension, for cholesterol issues. So it's really remarkable the really quick and great change that can happen when you take responsibility for your life. But we're in a culture where we want to blame, where we want to say, well, it's someone else's responsibility to change the circumstance. And in truth, if life isn't the way you want it to be today, it's not the way you'd like it to be, you don't look the way you want to look or feel the way you want to feel, you've got to ask yourself, if everything outside of you is not going to change much, what really needs to change? And the answer, of course, is you. So you have to start to change your choices.
So, Charles D'Angelo, how much does your pill cost to lose weight?
The coaching program is really client dependent. So when a person comes to see me, it's all one-on-one counseling and coaching. So there's no pills, there's no drinks, there's no magic elixirs. It's really a result of the right mindset, healthy eating, and consistent exercise. And the price just depends on how much work's going to be about.
No, and I was kind of joking because all these people have these great, $19.95. You give me $19.95 a month, and I'll make you lose weight magically. It's embarrassing that so many people fall for it, and it's a shame so many people in the media sort of become spokesmen for those things because, quite frankly, that's all snake oil. And your program, and which is why we have you on once a month, because and this isn't a paid endorsement or anything. I've used your program. I've used it too often. I wish I would stay on it better. But the truth is, if you follow your program and you do what you say when you exercise and eat right, and I'm held accountable to my actions, guess what? I lose weight and it falls off.
And not only that, you really have to remember that this isn't like a program where you plug yourself into Charles D'Angelo and forever you're changed. I am the first to tell everyone that comes in my office, if you don't continue to practice the disciplines that I teach you, that is being strategic rather than spontaneous with foods and exercise, you might as well save your money and go give it to somebody else or throw it out on the highway, because you're going to be wasting the money if you're not really committed to making this a lifestyle. This has to be something that you're making an integral part of your identity. If you're looking for a quick fix, definitely don't call my office.
Right.
But if you're looking for something that can create lasting change, that causes you to start to condition your mind in a whole new way, where your entire attitude and philosophy is forever changed, and where no matter what comes up in your life, stress, challenges, you have something you can return back to, then today is a good time to call and get started.
You also mentioned this guy who started 400 pounds, now he's under 200, and that's a great story, but there's also people who are 30 pounds overweight, 40 pounds overweight, 20 pounds overweight who can use your system.
I always tell people that you want to get really clear, because most people say they want their lives to be better, but they're not very specific about what they want precisely. So really, one thing you can do if you're sitting in your car listening is sit down today and take 10, 15 minutes and just write out a really clear, precise list of exactly how you want your life to be. Do you want to be off of medications? Do you want to lose 15 pounds? Do you want to be able to fit into a smaller size clothing? Second, come up with a compelling list of reasons of why you need to make those things happen. Because when stress comes up, when things come up like you talked about a little earlier in the show that could really send you into a spiral out of control, you need to be able to focus in on those reasons.
Right.
Lastly, make sure you have a good strategy, one that you can be flexible with and that will work independent of the circumstances of your life.
Charles D'Angelo, I got 20 seconds. What's your phone number?
Phone number is 314-495-3228, and the website is charlesdangelo, DANGELO.com, and just go there, look at all the videos. You can check out all the different testimonials, and also my book, Think and Grow Thin, is available as well on the website and at Barnes & Noble all across the country.
KTRS St. Louis. Thanks, Chaz.